Is Amber Heard really facing 10 years in prison for a secret bribe? Find out in this video. I'm sure that you're all aware of the events that have surrounded both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thus far. This seems to be one of those cases that do not appear to have an end, and the legal case just seems to move slowly in an unclear direction. No matter how little or how much you care, there is always someone that has your support in a case like this. For this one, it seems that Johnny has definitely gained more public empathy than Amber. What about you though? Let me know in the comments. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard met each other all the way back in 2009, dated through 2012 and forward, and by 2014, Amber was seen wearing an engagement ring. It does sound like a fairy tale, but it was everything opposite of that. The two got married in 2015 in a private ceremony in LA, and back then the world just seemed like a better place. Then comes the year 2016 and both of them file for divorce while Amber accuses Depp of abusing her in their relationship. Depp responded to that by saying that Amber was only looking for a premature financial resolution to this. In other words, he means that Amber was after his money and the allegations of abuse had no truth. In the same year, a $7 million settlement agreement was made, but according to People magazine, Amber donated that amount to charity. Remember that even after allegations of abuse, their joint statement said that there was never any intent of physical or emotional harm. That and no one was making statements for money. The divorce got finalized in 2017, but in 2018, everything was about to change. Amber Heard wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post in which she talked about domestic violence and the backlash she faced for talking about it. Remember that she did not mention Depp's name then. However, it was pretty clear who she was talking about. So in 2019, Depp decided to sue her for defamation in the op-ed with a $50 million lawsuit. The lawsuit where Depp allegedly dragged Amber Heard through broken glass and threw a ping pong table at her is still in process in the United States and has yet to reach a verdict. 2020 was really the year when everything changed though. The Daily Mail had gathered some recordings that were released in January 2020. In these recordings, Heard can be heard admitting to hitting Depp. She is heard saying, "I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you, it was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt. I did not punch you, I was hitting you." Okay guys, I don't know about you, but to me, it seems pretty clear that these audio recordings were a game changer. Of course, this does not prove that Depp never raised a hand to Amber. She was also heard saying, "I can't promise you I won't get physical again. God, I effing sometimes get so mad I lose it." You don't really have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that Amber Heard did in fact confess to physically being abusive towards Johnny Depp. The fact that everything she said so far was against the very essence of raising one's hand against a spouse just makes her seem like a hypocrite now. I mean, she was arguing about how hard she was hitting Johnny, or if that was hard enough for it to count. Again, it's not like it proves Johnny never did anything, but it sure makes Amber's case lose its weight. On November 6th, Depp revealed that he had been asked to resign from his role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts 3. Fans did not appreciate that. The fact that Johnny Depp had also lost his role in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie did not sit well with fans as well. Remember that Johnny had also argued in court that it was Amber who had been arrested in the past for domestic violence against her former partner, Tasia Van Ree. Since it only took 4 days for Johnny to get removed from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, the fans considered it very unfair. They decided to make a petition on change.org against Amber Heard, stating that she should be fired from the new Aquaman movie as well. You may be surprised to find out that petition has millions of signatures on it. I hope that gives you a little bit of perspective on the number of fans that Johnny has. Although Johnny Depp did not lose the main lawsuit, a fair few of these cases in London were lost, and so was the right to appeal. It was then that his lawyer argued that Amber Heard never donated the $7 million to charity, and that it was always a calculated move to strike back at Johnny at the right time. The lawsuit in the United States is still ongoing, so we can only wait and see how everything turns out. Lately, it has also been making rounds on social media that Amber Heard's father made death threats against Johnny Depp for supposedly assaulting his daughter back when they were married. With how crazy things have seemed to be lately, it is safe to say that a death threat is not something to be taken lightly, nor is it something very moral no matter how you look at it. If you take a look at this part of the video, you'll see that Amber Heard is actually addressing the issue of death threats herself.
Thank you so much for everything that you do to support me. I know it ain't easy sometimes, but I appreciate it. But also, sorry for the death threats.
Could those death threats become the reason that Amber Heard ends up in jail? We can only speculate. Although, to be fair, I don't think one can blame Amber Heard entirely for these death threats as well. It was put forward in court that the only reason Amber did not inform her father back when it allegedly happened was because her father was a violent man as well as someone who would drink often. So, after all these years, when this information finally became public, it was no surprise that these death threats were given out. In fact, it is said that Amber Heard even compared her father's aggressiveness to that of Johnny Depp. And that's obviously a pretty scary thing, so I don't know if I fully blame Amber on this one. If there was anything that I'd blame Amber completely for, it would be deliberately framing Johnny Depp and making things look the way they clearly were not. I'd be the last person in the world to ever condone anything close to domestic violence. I absolutely despise it from the bottom of my heart, and I think that under no circumstances should a man lay his hands on a woman, or also in this case the other way around. Let's just all agree that domestic violence is bad regardless of gender. However, the scenario here appears to be just a little bit unorthodox. If you hear Amber's claims, you will probably start to think that Johnny Depp was this huge monster that would abuse Amber every day. But the call recordings literally prove that she had been hitting Johnny. Now, when I heard those tapes back in January 2020, I had really made up my mind. Of course, my mind wasn't made up regarding the support of Johnny Depp, but I knew I would not be supporting Amber Heard as she presented a really messed up perspective to the world. Clearly, she was the one hitting Johnny. Was Johnny hitting her as well? We honestly don't know, but we definitely know for sure that the opposite was happening. And of course, I don't think that this places Amber in a great situation. In the best case scenario, both of them would hit each other in this toxic relationship, and the worst case scenario, it was always Amber who was the violent one in the relationship. I would like to know what your thoughts are on this. Who do you think is right and what are your reasons? Go ahead and comment your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
Christine, I'll be honest with you, she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing. No, I'm saying Amber, she does. She's not a fool. Yes, exactly.
Amber, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on.